How's it going, everyone? In this video, I'll be making my second attempt against the Hood scenario on heroic difficulty using a Captain Marvel leadership deck, part of my channel goal of trying to beat every scenario on heroic using a different hero. The way I've settled into doing these is that I've always been posting my first game so that you have some suspense as to whether that was a win or loss. But then in this video, you'll see you'll see as many games as it takes to reach a recorded win for the purpose of my challenge. So either you'll see a quick cutting of my losses and some of the things I've been learning, followed by the win, or maybe we'll just win on the first attempt. We shall see. But once again, this is the Hood using all 8 of the Resistance modular sets, so a pretty fun, flavorful battle given that Captain Marvel represented the registration in the Civil War box. In the first attempt, I used a deck that had a little bit more fun stuff going on. I'm dialing it back just a little bit. I was trying to see if I could get the Cersei to maybe play Dum Dum and another 4-cost card and get good value there. So I'm taking away a little bit of the shield synergy and putting in just some generically good cards. Band Together would have been really good in that last game to help discard the Hood's mantle. And then Professor X and Helicarrier are just excellent cards. Helicarrier working really well with Agent 13 as well, since it's a shield support that she can ready whenever she attacks or thwarts. So 3 new cards in the deck, 3 cards out, and we're ready to begin. So either you'll see a cut to my voiceover of my losses, or we will continue right into the game if I believe this is my recorded win. All right, so setting things up. We've got, we do the setup where we choose one of these modular sets at random and shuffle it into the encounter deck. So 1 through 8, from top left to bottom right. 2, well, okay. That's the Atlantean Guard, which I'm kind of chuckling at because that was also the first one that we picked in my attempt number 1. So sorry that I couldn't roll for some variety there. All right, so now on main scheme 1B, we do the foul play, so that's why I'm shuffling right now, right away. But then once we do that, we'll resolve the Hood. So here's our foul play, discarding 2 cards, and we deal the first one that did not belong to the Hood to ourselves. So we almost got lucky there with 2 Hood cards, but Master Plan isn't that bad. It's a shame that we lost the pistol. That's usually a pretty safe card to draw. Now let's pick a second one. We'll just say that this is, I'll re-roll if I get a 2 again, but everything else will be the same number. 2, and this thing just really likes to roll 2s. Yeah, okay, we'll call that a 6, which will be the Defenders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I did not get the Defenders in last game, I don't think. We got Hell's Kitchen. Yep. So a couple of stunning and confusing that we could get. Street Defenders is an extra activation, but potentially without a boost, so just gotta see what's coming up there. And the side scheme isn't that bad, just in case there's a decent chance that's actually what we hit with the Master Plan. And now we're ready to get going. I'll move these off camera. I'll kind of reorder them here. So 1 through 6 now, whenever I do future rolls. So if you want to mark the order I've got them in to keep me honest, otherwise I'll keep them in this order as I move them off camera. So we've got, there should be 3 side schemes in the deck. The one we just put in, the Atlanteans one, where Atlanteans can't take damage. And then the Hood has 1 side scheme where we have to trigger foul play at the start of each villain phase. So maybe we slightly bias our opening hand here towards ways to thwart down a side scheme, but it's pretty hard not to have that with all of our 2 thwart allies and Captain Marvel having 2 thwart herself. The most important cards for us to see, as many double resources, triple resources as possible to get off to a good start. Alpha Flight Station, probably the next best thing to see. clarity of purpose is very good as well. Spider-Woman is always, we just basically want to play her as many times as we can throughout the game, so it would be nice to see her early, even if she's not as relevant right away on turn 1. And let's start it off. Okay, so Face the Past is funny because we did Face the Past last game as well on the start. I'm not sure it really helped me that much. I ended up, I don't know, I'm not sure I really broke positive on it. But Command Team is definitely a mulligan. It kind of just fits in really well here, right? Because I've got the energy absorption, got the photonic blast. Call for backup is just really nice to keep. I can't thwart it down turn 1, but I'll be drawing, you know, at least 5 cards. So I'll probably draw someone else to help thwart it. So I think I will go for the Face the Past. And we'll just mulligan the Command Team. Ooh, Spider-Woman is nice. We'll command her to draw a card. Sky Destroyer. Let's flip to hero form. I want to pay 1 for this call for backup. Who do I actually pay? I think I'll pay the Sky Destroyer. Would be a nice setup card, but I kind of want to have access to everything else here. Pay 1 for call for backup. Captain Marvel thwarts it for 2. Face the Past. Get Yanrog. Ready. Draw 3 cards. Remove this from the game. Let's just do this right away. Energy absorption for Photonic Blast to take out Yanrog. Draw a card. Ooh, that's really nice. Holy cow. Yeah, this is going to be crazy. Okay. So if I pay 1 for that, clear call for backup with a thwart. Nick is the obvious choice, but he gets a little bit awkward with Mockingbird confusing. Could just get Agent 13. Is just as much value as Nick, but a little slower. Yeah, Agent 13 sounds right. But then I don't have enough to play Spider-Woman and Mockingbird, which would be the ideal. So if I get Nick, at least I'll draw 3 additional cards. So I'll have these 4 cards plus 4 additional cards. And I definitely play Spider-Woman. Okay, I think I'll still just get Nick. I mean, there's always a decent chance we get attacked a second time. So we'll pay 1 for Mission Leader, which is discounted because we are a soldier. Captain Marvel will clear call for backup. Don't think Nick Fury Sr. changes anything. No. Nick Fury Jr. Yeah. We will choose to draw 3 cards. And then exhaust Mission Leader to draw a card. Okay, Rapid Response was a nice draw there. I was running out of, I don't have many non-ally things to do. Still 1 resource over, which is not terrible. Pay 2 for Rapid Response. Pay 3 for Spider-Woman, confusing the Hood. So now it's just which do I want to pay for Alpha Flight, and I guess it's actually pretty easy. I'll pay Professor X for Alpha Flight, but I won't use it yet. Mockingbird could be a good thing to play next turn. Let's have Nick thwart the main scheme, actually. Oh no, that's really unnecessary because the Hood is confused. Let's just have him attack. So we played Face the Past, but that just says you cannot attack. Nothing says Nick can't. And I'm actually just going to save Spider-Woman because we've got 1 block already. Captain Marvel doesn't even mind taking a second attack. She'll help me thwart down the side scheme that we get from Master Plan. So let's end the turn. And just a dream start. I mean, look at all this stuff we played. Okay, Agent 13 to follow up our Alpha Flight is really nice. 1 threat on the main scheme, the Hood attacks, Nick blocks, no boost ability. 2 encounter cards for a total of 3. Master Plan. See how far we have to discard. Ooh, I'm liking some of the stuff that we passed over. So we passed over Underfire and 2 upper hands and Madame Mask. That's really good. All right, and this is the one that says, oh no, sorry. I'm thinking of the Namor modular set one. This is not Atlanteans can't take damage. This is, okay, it's just something else. Discard the top 1 per player cards of your deck. Place 1 acceleration token here for each different card type discarded this way. Okay, I guess we put 1 acceleration there. It probably wouldn't have been worth. I could have left Call for Backup in play and just had that get more threat from Master Plan. Probably not worth it. Card number 2, Jessica Jones. When revealed, confuse your leader. All right. And then an Atlantean Guard. When revealed, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. All right. Looking good, looking good. Very slightly would have wished I could maybe take a bit of damage to start getting rechannel value. But, okay. So Agent 13 plus Spider-Woman can finish this. I might be leaving 1 minion alive. I don't know if I can quite deal with all of them. Depends what we draw once we flip down. I mean, leaving this in play isn't terrible either. Okay, I actually think, except for my activation, I don't have anything that I need to do in hero form. I am going to attack, though. I think I want just more tempo on clearing these threats. I'll attack Jessica Jones for 2. She schemes for more. So if I don't clear the guard, but I get the main scheme down to 0, that might be okay. Because we'll put 2 on, he adds a third. So, all right, got that attack. Oh, I forgot about mission leader though, actually. So I should, oh, this is a little bit tricky. If I want to get the Agent 13 value, well, because if I want to clear this, I have to play Agent 13 and thwart it with Agent 13. But then I don't get to use Alpha Flight to draw an extra card that first time. So I'm exchanging a card for a card, in which case I think I should just flip down. Let's flip down. Commander to draw. All right, make the call opens up some possibilities. Not really, because Nick and Professor X would both want to block attacks, which they won't get the chance to do. Let's Alpha Flight, discard Photonic Blast, draw 2. This would be a good, like, Helicarrier turn or a Slingshot turn. Okay, pay 4 for Agent 13. Thwart down Atlantis attacks for 4. Clearing it. I guess we could have made the case that I should just leave it in play because I'll get to mission leader for it next time. All right, after she thwarts, ready the Alpha Flight. Let's discard, make the call, draw 2. And play Mockingbird for 3. Stunning the Hood. Attacking Jessica Jones for 1. End the turn. So we won't pop the main scheme with, outside of an advance, so I think that's a good place to be. So I'm going to put 2 on, so 1 from step 1, 1 from the Atlantean Guard scheming. The Hood is confused. 2 encounter cards. Oh, there's another side scheme for me. The Defenders, each minion gains Guard. And Atlantean Guard, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. And almost runs me out, but I've got 1 card left. So very, very mild encounter turn. I mean, we're basically getting the benefit of the Atlanteans being our first thing shuffled in, because they're just pretty mild to deal with. So I've got Commander here to draw my last card, but I would like to get some stuff in the discard first. Let's pay my triple for Helicarrier. And my allies are full, so this might be a kind of awkward turn. I guess I could draw with Alpha Flight if I want to get one of these cards back in the deck first. Sure, yeah, I'll Alpha Flight, discarding Maria? Sure. So draw one, get an encounter card. Second card coming. Actually, probably. I guess it's too late. I probably should have activated Spider-Woman. I want to activate Spider-Woman this turn and rapid response her back in to stick that confused status on. Probably should have done that first to get the rapid response in the discard. All right, second card from Alpha Flight Station. Commander to draw. Agent 13 thwarts for 2 on the Defenders. Ready Alpha Flight. Activate. Discard. Ooh, actually, this is interesting. Let's think. So maybe I make the call Spider-Woman instead of rapid response. Okay, well, I don't think I'm playing 2 Crisis Interdiction, so that's a pretty safe discard. Discard Crisis Interdiction, draw 2. All right, well, now that I drew a second rapid response, I probably just rapid response. Really wish I drew like Triskelion there. Let's flip. I'm actually, well, I want to draw my card as soon as I can. But I want to attack a bunch too. Okay, I am going to thwart for 2 with Spider-Woman. When that's defeated, we'll draw a card with Mission Leader. Spider-Woman dies. And just think for a split second longer about rapid response or make the call. Nick is just a funny draw. But we've got the stun, so not guaranteed to use Nick's block. I'd rather get the confusion out there one way or another. Okay, I'm gonna rapid response. Well, if I do make the call, I can attack with her right away. Oh, you know what? Maybe I just rapid response, because then I clear up the ally slot again. Okay, yeah. So, rapid response, for sure. Comes in with 1 damage, confuse the hood again. But now I just have her attack for 2 on one of the guards. Yeah, because now, I mean, I could play Nick, Slingshot is a higher floor. I mean, we still got 2 assaults, a gang up, 1 upper hand. So there's some chance he gets to block. I could also try to draw a Clarity of Purpose or Triskelion, just other good things to do with my turn. Yeah, we'll do Nick. So let's do 1, 2. 3, 4. All right, pay 4 for Nick. Draw 3. Ooh, Energy Channel is nice. All right, Band Together makes 3 resources for Sky Destroyer. It'll see itself come in and deal 2 to the Atlantean Guard. Mockingbird finishes off 1 Atlantean Guard. Nick might have to thwart. Okay, I could either get Energy Channel started or just play Crisis Interdiction to remove my confusion. No, okay. I want to get Energy Channel started. Let's play Energy Channel. Spend 1 energy. All right, hold on a second. Miscounted a little bit. Okay, I kind of like just getting rid of my confusion. Yeah, okay. Helicarrier +1 for Crisis Interdiction to get rid of my confusion. Pay 2 for Rapid Response. I will finish off this guard. Nick will thwart for 2. And honestly, I'm not sure if those first 2 turns could have gone any better. So I hope those aren't famous last words, but we are doing very well. We'll end the turn. Guess I could have, I don't know, would have liked to draw my Clarity of Purpose. Triskelion a little bit earlier would have made things look even better. Okay, so 1 threat on the main scheme. Hood is stunned. Especially if we get an attack here that we get to just block with Nick, that would be great. Luke Cage, when revealed, stun your leader. All right, we're stunned. Or otherwise you are stunned. Caught off guard. Huh. Nothing great to discard. I actually think it's Mission Leader. Cheapest to replace, most situational. Not too bad overall. And Unbridled Ambition. That's the Hood side scheme that triggers foul play at the start of the villain phase. And yeah, just couldn't be going any better than it is. Let's exhaust to remove stun. Nick gets discarded. Helicarrier for Clarity of Purpose. We'll do the Clarity of Purpose thing where It damages us in time, basically, for us to heal it. So our life total stays the same. Clarity of Purpose makes the energy for rechannel, and we draw a card. Okay, really funny draw there. Let's pay the 3 for Photonic Blast on Luke. Drawing a card since we spent an energy. Well, we could just do it again. Actually, well, I need to actually play this Crisis Interdiction to clear Unbridled Ambition. I'm looking, if I flip down, of course, I get all my value. What do I actually still need to play? Okay. I'll spend the triple here. A little bit of an overpay. Man, how likely, if I draw any like 2 thwarting ally, that'll just crush that way better than a triple resource for Crisis Interdiction. 2 Make the Calls still in the deck. I guess Nick Fury Sr. is still in the deck. Maria's still in the deck. Okay. I'm going to take the slight gamble of not playing this Crisis Interdiction, but I'm going to draw 5 more cards. So, and in fact, maybe do I just rip an energy Photonic Blast into the hood? Because I'm going to end up plus 3 more cards. So assuming it's like Maria replaces herself, Triskelion, I could end up with actually not that much to do. So I'm gonna just do, what if I have Energy Channel? Ooh, Energy Channel would be a really nice draw. Okay, I'm not gonna do a Photonic Blast. Sure, let's just flip down. Commander to draw. Nice. Alpha Flight. Discard Crisis Interdiction, draw 2. Okay, got the Make the Call, so we've got Unbridled Ambition taken care of. Agent 13 thwarts Unbridled Ambition for 2. Ready Alpha Flight. Activate Alpha Flight. Discard Photonic Blast. Draw 2. I would have actually liked to draw Maria there. I think I make the call Slingshot, because I lose value on the others for not being able to block right away. Spider-Woman maybe just to put her live for rapid response, but that seems not that necessary. Let's play Energy Channel. Okay, I guess maybe I'm not charging it that much, but that's okay. Unless I don't, okay. I could just not play Command Team though. So I could either put 3 counters on here with energy absorption, or I get Command Team and no counters on Energy Channel. Command Team is probably a little better, honestly. Okay, yeah. Pay 2 for Command Team. Make the call, spending a triple for Slingshot. Pause to make room. Okay, I think that's good enough. Slingshot thwarts down Unbridled Ambition. And then we'll overpay a little bit for the Triskelion. That's a shield card, so Sky Destroyer. I could have done with Command Team too, but we'll hit for 2 with the Sky Destroyer. And there's that Atlanteans card that could add a little bit of threat to the main scheme. So like I could Command Team Slingshot to play a little bit around that. I'll just save it. And that'll end the turn. Exactly 1 card left in the deck once again. One threat on the main scheme up to 4, still on stage 1. The Hood is Confused. A rare 2 encounter card turn. Assault surges into Family Emergency. We'll exhaust to remove that from the game. And Field Recruitment. All right, we get a set aside modular set. So now I've got 6, so I'll roll a d6. 5 is Cloak and Dagger. All right. It does add an extra way to take damage. It is indirect damage, so might be able to play around it a little bit. And the story here is basically, if one of those guys shows up, we want to kill it before the other one does, because then they get worse if they combo together. So we shuffle this into the encounter deck. As far as I can see, we don't reshuffle the discard. Then we will resolve Foul Play and remove Field Recruitment from the game. All right. Exhaustion is really funny. So that'll get dealt to us since that's our first non-Hood card. This gets removed from the game. We will reveal Exhaustion. Oh no, we're exhausted. That'll surge into Advance, which will pop the main scheme. But we are prepared. So when we advance, that'll give us a new set-aside modular set. So now it's 1 through 5. I'll just re-unnumber them 1 through 5. I'll re-roll on a 6. All right, 1 is Namor. Who's generally, well, Namor is pretty bad. The rest of the cards aren't too bad. He activates when revealed, so kind of got to watch out for that. So we shuffle this in, place 1 acceleration token on the main scheme. And it'll start with 2 threat. And then resolve Foul Play when revealed. All right, so we got Cloak and Dagger, or it's a Cloak and Dagger card, Dark Force, attached to the enemy leader and give them a tough status card. After attached leader schemes and places threat on the main scheme, remove an equal amount of threat from your leader's main scheme. Discard this card. Okay, so obviously that part doesn't do anything in cooperative. Like, okay, I'm just trying to think, okay, why is this even a relevant card? It still gives him +1 scheme, still gives him a tough. But yeah, all things considered, still doing very well. All right, same question as last time. Do I want to discard some stuff before I draw the last card in my deck? Like, I don't even know what's like the best ally I could play this turn. Because I've got Make the Call with literally all my allies available. The answer is definitely a confuser of one kind or another. Professor X is not even necessarily better than Spider-Woman, so I probably get Spider-Woman. So let us make the call, spending 1, 2, 3. Make the call, spending 3 for Spider-Woman. Confuse the Hood. Commander to draw. Get an encounter card. Of course, now that we have the Triskelion, we have an extra ally spot, so that's why we've got 4 in play. All right, Alpha Flight Station. Discard Maria, draw 2 cards. Okay, I do actually think I will play Nick as well. I will have Agent 13 clear out of here. So Agent 13 will thwart the main scheme for 2. And response happens before consequential, so she still gets to ready the Alpha Flight Station. And I guess I fell into some habits here. I could have been readying the Helicarrier instead for roughly the same value. But drawing cards gives us a chance to draw into our doubles. That's probably still correct. So we'll Alpha Flight again. Let's discard Cosmic Flight and draw 2 cards. Nice to see a triple. Let's flip to hero form. Clarity of Purpose to rechannel for a draw. Okay, Helicarrier, 2, 3, 4 for Nick. Draw 3 cards. Oh my god. Nick attacks off the tough. Command team to ready Nick. Nick attacks for 2 again. I'm a little bit late. I'm gonna give myself a Sky Destroyer after playing Nick for 2 more damage. If I had kept that second energy channel, could I win? Probably not, but it's really not that far off. So I'm trying to see if it's more efficient to even play these photonic blasts versus just dump it on the energy channel. But I've got too many resources to fit on this one energy channel. So we'll still do a photonic blast. Band together, photonic blast, 5 damage. Draw a card. Well, so I don't like advancing to stage 3 because the foul play is a little bit worse. But otherwise, I'm just missing damage in hand, so I think it's fine to keep them going. Yeah, let's attack with Mockingbird for 1. Slingshot attacks for 2. Kills stage 2. Reveal stage 3. Get another one set aside to reveal. 1 through 4 now, I'll reroll on 5s and 6s. 1 is going to be New Avengers. My leftmost one that hadn't been picked yet. No foul play when revealed though. Oh, actually. Okay, yeah, we win on. That's kind of funny. We'll win on. We'll win during the villain phase. How does that sound? So we'll pay 3, including an energy for this photonic blast. Dealing 5. Oh, sorry, comes in on 18. We deal 5 down to 13, draw a card. It's even an energy, holy cow. So we'll spend 5 energy resources to charge up the energy channel to 5. We'll pop it for 10 damage. Attack for 2. So I could have actually just rapid responsed Mockingbird when she died, but we'll rapid response Nick and have it, so. End the turn. Two threat on the main scheme. The Hood attacks, Nick blocks. As a boost ability, if Cloak is in play, reveal dagger. Otherwise, deal 1 damage to a character you control. Just to be mildly funny, I'm gonna do it to Slingshot. We'll say that Captain Marvel never took damage the whole game. I guess she kind of did from clarity of purpose. But then the attack will kill Nick. We will pop rapid response to put Nick back into play. We will do response. After he enters, we'll deal 4 damage to an enemy, and that will take out the Hood. So, I mean, what a different game from game 1. Just completely cleaned the Hood. I mean, mild early encounter card turns. Like in the first game, we got Shadow of the Past and Exhaustion and Underfire. This game, we got just some small minions, a small side scheme, had an insane turn 1, didn't have a confuse on a flip down. So just completely controlled it from beginning to end. For my ego's sake, wish we could have done that on the first attempt, but here we are. So there we have it. All right, the Hood, one of the hardest scenarios in the game, successfully taken down on heroic difficulty, pending any rules errors that I'm very capable of making. So let me know if you caught any of those. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.